Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to the Done Creative Live. I hope you're all doing well. My dog is barking. He's been barking a lot today. He has some sort of anxiety issue. My father-in-law is actually in the hospital, so my husband took the kids first to soccer practice and then to visit them. So hopefully, when they get home, they're not too loud. But I hope you're all doing well this fine Wednesday. We already have two donations, and both of them need me to timestamp. They are on the other side of the world. So, first person to donate that comes in, we are going to prioritize your reading, of course, after we do some shout outs and after we do our collective reading. And sprinkled in all of that, we also have our free question mosh pit. So I finally usually just wing these things, but I actually made some notes tonight because the first thing, let me see what that was. The first thing that I wanted to let you guys know was yes, I have a new channel. I did tell everybody at the very tail end of Friday's live stream. I kept hinting at something changing, something different, and I finally just told everybody who was there. Hello, Brandy Lynn. Hello. Got the window open. The sun's going down. Hope you can't hear the neighbor's kids screaming. Yes, I have a new channel, Harmony Portal Tarot. It is linked below, but it's no longer the first thing linked in the description. Oh man, my hair is something extra today. Should have seen it earlier. I'll just show you. It is crazy wild, and I'm like, I don't know if I want that in my face the whole live stream, so I put it back. But yeah, it is. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, you guys. The energy. Can you guys feel the energy? It's just like I can't just focus on one thing. It's like I've got like 48 tabs open inside my brain and I want to talk about all of them at the same time. Anyone else relate? Yeah, and I figured the hair kind of made me look like a mad scientist and I didn't want to add to the crazy, so let's put that back. Hello, Brandy Lynn. How are you? So yeah, we have a new channel, and that is going to be where I have my pick a cards, and I'm even doing a quick, I'm calling them a daily dose little reading, and I'm gonna, fingers crossed, get one of those out every single day on Harmony Portal Tarot. And so I've got 3 videos over there. The first video is a collaboration, which was a new beginning, and the collaboration was the ending on the Done Creative, that channel ending, or at least the pick a card portion of that channel ending. I still up in the air if I want to continue the intuitive exercise series, or if I don't want to spread my energy too thin. I want to really focus on I think we have 187 subscribers now. Going from 22,500 down to 187 is a huge, like, what's the word? I don't know. Just trying to get used to it is really weird. Hello, Michelle Lynn. Hello, Marlene. Oh, Kirsten's here. Hello. So yeah, it's kind of a different thing, but the funny thing is, and I mean this is outrageously hilarious, is I pretty much have the exact same amount of views. So really, the viewership is about the same. In the vastly different number of subscriber counts. And of course, the new channel isn't monetized, but I wasn't even paying out every month on monetization on the big channel anyway, so what are you gonna do about it? But yes, that is up, it's ready, it's running. I'm about 95% sure I'm gonna change the name of this channel to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. Let me know what you think. Yeah, the Done Creative, I don't know. I loved the energy of what I created there, but it's just ground to a blazing halt. So yeah, it's I don't know that it's completely dead, but the funny thing was the right up there it is. See it? My Done Creative logo canvas that I've had on my wall for 4 years. I had it up there even before I created the channel with that name. like the backing came off and was peeling and the thing was like hanging forward like way away from itself, and I'm like, "Oh my god." I mean, everything. I interpret what's happening around me as signs, and I'm like, "Well, the tower's going to fall. Do I want to be the one to detonate it, or do I want to be still inside it when it detonates?" I'm thinking it's time to move on. So that's what I did last week, and I've been planning it pretty much since about September 15th, so about a month in advance. But I was just going to call it the Done Creative Tarot, and just basically have everything, the branding the same, everything the same. And then I just got this wild idea that no, I need to name it after the nakshatra of the moon during the time I create it. Well, I needed to know when it would be created so that I could create the name, so that I could, and the nakshatra name, or the nakshatra that it's in, is Purnavasu nakshatra, the moon. For the moment that I created that channel was in Purnavasu nakshatra pada 3, and the sound for that is ha, like HAA. And I took it a step further and took the nakshatra name of the ascendant of the new channel chart and the sun, which were very closely conjunct to each other. Both of those were in Chitra Pada 2, and the sound for that was po. So I had ha and po. So I had to come up with words and I knew tarot would probably be at the end of whatever it was I created, and Harmony Portal Tarot was born from that. So yeah, I explained a lot of this over on Patreon, but yeah, just giving you guys a little kind of behind the scenes of why Harmony Portal Tarot. I don't get it. Yeah, so new name, new branding, new vibe. I'm already feeling like this weight is lifted when I sit down to film. I don't feel this heaviness, like almost like the energy's being hollowed out so that only certain energies can get in because of the basic shadow banning on that channel over there. And if you don't know what shadow banning is, it's basically you think you're up and running, and maybe a select handful of your subscribers, specifically your ride or dies, if they were unsubscribed or if they weren't seeing your content, they would know about it and seek it out. But basically, it's you think you're up and running, and a handful of subscribers think you're up and running, and you might even appear in search results if you put the exact name in. But other than that, you're not suggested, you're not showing up in search results, you're not showing up on Google. You're basically buried in a system that you already can be buried in, but it's like much worse. So the energy of it was so heavy, and not to say that there must be some lesson, because as within, so without, right? This can't be happening if I don't have something energetically involved in it. But I've a lot of healing. I'm nowhere near perfect. I'm not saying I am, but just doing a lot of healing, clearing, cleansing, surrounding the energy of how I connect with my audience, and even calling people followers. I've been really up with the etymology of words, or how words actually sound phonetically, even though they're spelled one way or another. But fall lowers, like, I don't want people to feel like they're falling lower than me. I want us to just be having like a everybody's happy, everybody's on the same level, kind of conversation. Yeah, and even like subscribers, it's like sub usually means like if you're submissive or subjective, it means less than something else. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm trying to find better words in my vocabulary to talk about things. Like even the word release, we're yeah, substandard. There you go. Um, I'm at least nixing the word release from my vocabulary, because re means again, and lease means you're signing a contract for something for a limited amount of time, right? And I don't want to think I'm releasing something and then I'm basically just signing up to experience it over again. So yeah, lots of stuff we can work on, on our own or as a collective. And I also want to let you guys know that a lot of what my mission is, I guess, with Harmony Portal Tarot and Harmony Portal, like the healing, modality that I found out during my hypnotherapy session with Alba Weinman, combined with other modalities and healing, ways of doing things. I want to incorporate healing in a lot of my pick a cards, which I was already putting healing vibes and energy into it, but I want to make it a more intrinsic part of my readings, and even a more intentional part where we set an intention before the reading to, experience healing through your own higher self, because your own higher self can bring on this healing. But of course, a lot of times our human aspect doesn't give permission or think that they can have more healing. So I just want to incorporate some more healing stuff. I got big plans. I got big plans, guys, and I'm really excited for the first time in a long time about the healing aspect of readings, and not just going to a reading, getting information and then clicking off, but having something to think about and having something that actually might help you rather than maybe confuse you further, or just feel like you're relying on readings, because that can be a thing too, where certain people, myself included in the past, I would just almost subdue my own intuition and try to rely on someone else's outside guidance. And that's not okay if we're doing that all the time. So I want to basically give, or at least help you guys discover your own tools to empower yourselves, to find answers for yourselves. And yes, it's the Lynn squad. We've got at least, 3 of you here? Hello, Jessica Lynn. Yeah. Oh, you saw a whole podcast on the sound of words. Very interesting topic. Like beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, exactly. And I'm all about, bringing beautiful words together so that we can, really manifest things with our words too. And I'm working on lots of stuff behind the scenes that we'll hint at as we go. But yeah, and another cannot English today. Another thing I was going to say is I actually turned SuperChat on over here. We've had it enabled since I think February, but I just didn't want to deal with it because YouTube does take, I've heard 33%. It might actually be more. Someone said like memberships, they take 47% of memberships. I don't know if it's the same with 47% of your revenue from super chats and memberships, but to me that's a lot. That's a lot. And PayPal takes a lot less. So what I've done is I've enabled super chat, but you'll pay, instead of $22.22 that you would pay on PayPal, to have the option for super chat, you could pay $30 instead for a full reading, and then $15 for the one card or the smaller reading, basically. Yeah, it's a lot more than what you would pay through PayPal, but I do have some people here that don't have the PayPal option, and I still wanted to make it available. I doubt anyone's going to use it, but even in those rare times that, back in the day, I used to do the free question mosh pit all the time, and people would just feel so like inspired or grateful for their reading that they would send a super chat as a thanks, 99 cents or $5 or whatever it was, which is appreciated. So I'm opening that avenue. Instead of blocking it off, I'm opening it up, and you can choose to spend a little more if you want to do the super chat or just donate to the channel, whatever you want to do. I'm opening that up. So there it is. And yes, that third thing that I want to talk about before we get into our collective is, yes, tonight we're having our free question mosh pit. It says there's only 4 people here, but I see at least, 7 or 8 of you from the time we started anyway. Hello, Banana Anna S. I don't think I shouted you out. Hello. But yeah, so free question mosh pit. We're just going to sprinkle that in, which really, we only have 2 donations thus far, and both of these are timestamps. So I'm going to, whoever, if anyone does donate ahead of, or after or during the collective reading, you will go first, right after our collective reading, because these 2 we can do whenever, just as long as I get them finished before the live stream is over and timestamp them. So that being said, I think that's all the announcements. Words are hard tonight. I think that's all the announcements I had. But I will be back again Friday for our midday readings, and starting in November. I think it's November, possibly. I think it is. Maybe December. I can't remember what I have on my old big planning schedule thingy. I'm gonna, maybe not every Sunday, but certain Sundays, I will just have a rapid fire reading. It'd just be $5 for a reading. It's a quick reading. You get your information real quick, And yeah, so rapid fire readings. I used to do that back in the day, and they fell off just because I got busy and went to 2 live streams a week instead of 3. But we're picking it back up. So eventually, either next month or the month after, that'll be coming back. So, and that will be $5 either through SuperChat or PayPal. Either way, we'll just keep it a flat rate of 5 for everybody on those rapid fire readings Sundays. Okay. So, hello, Ethan. Welcome, welcome. All right, so let's get into our collective. I don't know about you guys, but the ascension symptoms, the kind of like knowing what you want to say, but not being able to find the word has been like a thing for me. And I usually, it's almost like I have the words out before I even think of what I want to say, like Gemini moon. But yeah, it's like I'm plucking, searching, going after with a metal detector, trying to find the word I'm looking for to use in a sentence. And just even like weird dreams, a lot of stuff like that's going on. There's a lot of ascension symptoms. Stuff with the solar plexus is really amping up. Even the sacral, I'm feeling a lot of upgrades, like collective energies upgrades. So I kind of wanted to get an energy reading on just the current energies for the collective, meaning the collective of us watching now or on the replay, where we're going to get the collective energy message for what's going on, ascension symptoms and everything else. Ooh, we got the star. So these are major upgrades. Level up, level up, level up, right? We've been talking about that a lot. So yes, these ascension symptoms, I'm really seeing, like these kind of wavy, almost like the double helix, and it's really opening these new strands of DNA, which many of us have heard is happening as we go from one age to another. Not like, oh, I'm 40, no, I'm 41, but, age of Pisces to age of Aquarius. And, just, from 3D to 5D energies and frequencies. Yeah. And this is about us being able to connect deeper. I was saying of the double helix, it's almost like 2 become 1, but 2 become more as well. It's very interesting. So it's even affecting connections for better or worse, but I'm really seeing this as a strengthening of most connections with the star coming out. What else do we need to know about these current energies, please, Spirit? But I've already picked up that November is going to be a very volatile month, just with Mars going to be retrograde soon. Mars is currently just dipped into Gemini in Vedic astrology. It's been in Gemini for a hot minute in Western astrology, but then it's going to go back into Taurus. And for Vedic astrology, it might dip back in for Western. I'm not sure, but for sure in Vedic astrology, Mars is dipping back into Taurus. And Taurus, when Mars is in Gemini and when Mars is in Taurus, there's a lot of shakeups going on. When Mars was in Taurus, that's when 9/11 happened. A bunch of other terrorist attacks when Mars has been in Gemini, and retrograde kind of brings things closer. It brings that anger and that heat and that fire closer to, someone acting on impulse. Maybe you yourself, wherever Gemini is in your own chart, maybe you're saying things, Gemini is a very communicative sign. Maybe you're saying things you don't mean, or you're saying them and then you wish you could take them back. So it's all about, channeling our anger in healthy ways rather than unhealthy ways, or just like what's the word? See, I can't find my word. Trying to metal detect that thing out of there. Like, yeah, word gone, but like sporadically or spontaneous. There's the word. That's not even a hard word. I couldn't find it. Spontaneously like combusting on somebody, or someone else spontaneously combusting on us. It's like, whoa, hold your horses there, partner. But yeah, November really feels on a collective, not just our collective, but like, human collective energy as a very volatile time. A lot of endings, because systems are collapsing and energies are, shaping up, shaking up, so that we can bring more of our light online. And the light that's coming in is what's shaking up, waking up, breaking up all of this bad energy, stale juju, and just, stuff that really does need to go. But what do our little collective here watching now and on the replay, what do we need to know about all this? Yeah. Page of Swords. This is us being able to shift our focus, really get clear with our own mental processes. Even if you're having trouble finding specific words, they're in there somewhere. And don't beat yourself up because it's like you trying to access information on your computer while the computer is upgrading. There's a lot of upgrades you can do to your computer where you can still do things on your computer, but it slows it way down. But there's other upgrades you do to a computer that it has to be like out of commission so that those upgrades can occur. So just give yourself some grace as these upgrades occur to your DNA and to your body and to your aura, your everything. As you go through this, just give yourself some grace if you can't quite be on or accomplish everything you set out to do or find that word with your metal detector. It's just not, you're not finding it. Give yourself some grace because there could be a lot of grief over, what has been lost, as a collective, thinking back to the good old days of, when I was a kid, things just didn't seem so bad and so hard. I mean, the world, this energy of this planet has always been rough and tumble and hard and not always, but like, since we've been incarnated in this life, all of you watching now, since you've been incarnated, this has been a very heavy energy planet. And once that light shines, those shadows become even darker. So it feels like everything is darker than ever, but really it's just that there's so much light that it's casting those shadows even darker than they were before. They can't hide anymore. They are blatant and out in the open. So really we are tuning in and getting like clarity and knowing what directions to go, even if we can't quite go there yet, because upgrade, level up, we're getting there. So don't beat yourself up. Have some grace as you go through this healing, as you go through these upgrades and level ups, because they are happening in such a big way for all of us. All right, what else do we need to know, please, Spirit, about these ascension energies, current collective energies for our little collective? What do we need to know? Yeah, what was I just saying about closing those cycles out, closing doors, completion of those systems that are waking up, breaking up, shaking up. Look at this. Oh, that's okay, Amber. Welcome. Yeah, we are closing the doors on that. But look, as we close the door, to me, it's almost like this is opening again and we're allowing all of this light to come in. So, yes, the shadows are going to look darker because there's so much light coming in. Most of us, over the next 6 months plus, we're coming up on this eclipse cycle, and that's going to carry us into the next 6 months to the next eclipse cycle. So I'm really already picking up on these energies of this next eclipse, which is happening on Tuesday for us in the US, and I think more into Wednesday, the 26th, for those on the other side of the globe. But yeah, we're already picking up on these eclipse energies, and there's going to be a lot of endings, a lot of craziness going on in the collective, specifically because this is happening in Vedic Libra, this first eclipse. A lot of relationships and maybe even relations with different countries and leaders and all sorts of craziness can happen in that regard. But it really is, where one door closes, another opens. And these changes that we're making to ourselves, that are going on in the collective, these are all for our benefit ultimately. Yes, look, because those systems are collapsing so that there's no more, with those world leaders I was talking about, all the issues and the problems. This is crown games. This is the right use of power. They're not going to be able to manipulate and lie, steal, and cheat and be greedy the way they have been for much longer. And even if they are still, carrying on business as usual, more people are seeing these actions for what they truly are. And they are voting with their dollar. They are pulling their energy back from, participating in certain things. Very interesting. I just saw maybe like sporting events. Maybe there's some big controversy coming up with sports. Specifically, I saw football, like football players. So I don't know if there's some big controversy coming up with football players, maybe the owners of a football team, or, misconduct for something. I'm seeing that come up, and I think we're in football season right now. I don't watch a lot of sports, but I got boys that do. So I'm just vaguely aware that I think football season's going on right now because I heard my husband talking about the Bears playing. So I don't know, some sort of controversy quite possibly with sports. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be football, but that's just what Spirit showed me. But a lot of times they don't mean it literally. They just mean like, oh, sports, arenas, like big conglomerations that own these sports teams, something like this. Wow, very interesting. I had no idea any of this was going on. And we also have Fool's Embrace, transmuting pain. So yeah, all of this energy, even though it's bringing up a lot of pain, it's helping us transmute. And I love that they use the words transmute instead of release, because we're nixing release. It's done. It's for the past, at least for me. You guys can still use that word however you choose, but I'm not signing up for anything extra that I don't have to. But yeah, the Fool's Embrace, to me, the Fool is that beginning energy, and we're embracing the new energy and allowing the transmutation of past pain through anything that where we felt like we were slighted against or wronged in some way, or the doors were closed in our face because we were made of too much light. And there's so much darkness going on this planet right now. It always has been since we've been incarnated in this incarnation, for sure. It's just coming to light. That's the whole thing. All right, one closing message, and then we will get into our donations, which I only have 2, and they are not here, so this might be quick. All right, what else do we need to know? Please, Spirit, close us off. Here we go. Ooh, we have stillness. So it's almost like the lighthouses that I talk about a lot, at least on my old channel. That lighthouse energy, when we are holding this light, when we're getting these new upgrades, we do need more stillness in our lives. We can't just be out there gung-ho, action-oriented, doing all these things while our systems are upgrading, like I said with the computer example earlier, and us being kind of that calm within the storm. It's almost like we are the eye of the hurricane, bringing in this light, and there is stillness in the eye of the hurricane. And even though there's an aurora in the background, and we all know that auroras are well, maybe we don't all know. I know, some of you might know that auroras are caused by solar flares, solar flashes, activity from the sun coming in. So there's a lot of energy going on, but this swan is just cascading very gently in the water, very still, calm water. I think I want to get one more. Just anything we need to know about this stillness, this eye of the hurricane, stormy collective energy that we're riding through. Well, thanks, Spirit. I get it. Yeah, we're releasing the word release, but I think we all know what this card is really trying to say to us. They just love to taunt me, don't they? Oh my goodness. Yeah, like I said, I really appreciate they use the word transmute instead of release. But yeah, we're letting go. We're allowing these leaves of the past, traumas, wounds, systems in place. We're allowing these to shed, because we all know, the winter comes after the autumn time, and the winter isn't always fun and easy to get through, especially, for our ancestors. It wasn't always an easy time, but it was a time for a lot of stillness, a lot of internal growth, and a lot of contemplation, a lot of pulling back our energy. And then in the spring, that's when we're out and about again. Doesn't mean we have to go 100% by the seasons, but really we are coming into a time that this is reflecting. And specifically with a lot of this tumultuous times coming up in November on a collective level, we are that calm within the storm. Okay. So yeah, I don't see that there's anything glaringly crazy that we personally are going through, but we might be seeing on the world stage and collective, human collective specifically, just a lot of nastiness, a lot of craziness, but it's really same crap, different day, really, because this stuff's just going on all the time behind the scenes anyway. It's just once that light pours in, we see it for what it really is, and it just becomes glaringly obvious that, there hasn't been the right use of power in a lot of places. Hello, Canary 002. Hello, 002. 002. Okay, so this is going to be a quick live stream, I think. So I'm going to put these back, take a drink of my water, and we're going to get into the first donation question, which is a 1-card quick read for Vicky. And then the other donation was a full read for Florence B, which I did take a picture of her question because she did not leave it in PayPal, but I have it on, I took a picture with my phone. Screenshot. Okay, so Vicky, we got 2929 for Vicky. 29. Oops, wrong place. 29, 29 for Vicky. What a cool timestamp. So maybe even looking, 2 plus 9 is 11. 11, 11. You got 11, 11. Maybe, Vicky, you're seeing a lot of 11, 11. If you're not, maybe look up angel number 2929 and, of course, 11, 11, because that breaks down to 11, 11. So Vicky wants to know, it cuts off, so I'm going to go over my email to read it. Vicky wants to know, hi, Amanda, hope you're keeping well. I am. Thank you so much. Can I have a general reading, please? Anything Spirit would like me to know right now? Can you please kindly timestamp? Absolutely. 2929. Thank you as always. You are so welcome. Okay, let's get it for Vicky. What does Vicky need to know, please, Spirit? Anything that needs to come up? Ooh, there might be some love in the air. This could, of course, at the core of the Ace of Cups, I'm always preaching that self-love over here, and I just smeared my glasses with my nose oil. Gotta love when I do that. Very interesting that I did that because my nose itched, and then I went like that, wiped the nose oil on my glasses. I'm sure you guys can see it, but now things are a little fuzzy, a little hazy. So this might be something you can't quite see right now, or someone that's not even on your radar. If it is like a love partnership or a love match, someone, love life popping up. But this could even be self-love, self-care, upgrades that you're receiving. Check the collective reading we just talked about, because I can feel your energy in there as well, Vicky. But this is talking about these upgrades we're getting to allow ourselves to clear that trauma or programming that don't allow us to love ourselves, or that beat ourselves up for not being 100% perfect. When, you could look at your sister or anyone else in your family and you give them that grace or that, leniency for not being perfect. But then when it's you that doesn't do everything 100%, you kind of maybe in your mind kind of beat yourself up like, oh, I should have done better, should have done this, should have done that. And my nose keeps itching. So there's an element of luck coming in here. And it's not luck just out of nowhere. To me, this feels like good karma from past life coming in. And we also have the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Wands. So a lot of the stuff that's really been burdening you, you're finding a new beginning through it. And any questions you've had, you're wondering, should I do this? Should I do that? The answer is yes. You've got a big yes here to start your reading off already. And again, nose is itching again. So you're having a lot of good past karma coming in to help clear out these burdens that you've been receiving or dealing with for a while. And I love this in combination here. We got the Knight of Cups with the Ace of Cups. This is someone who is making a romantic gesture toward you, if this is not an external person. And I would be completely shocked if it's not. I really do feel a masculine energy that wants to offer you emotional fulfillment or connection in some way. But at the core of this could be you, your divine masculine aspect, offering your divine feminine aspect love and support and grace and just like a warm embrace for yourself. This is a beautiful message of self-love and, not overburdening yourself with more, or beating yourself up for not accomplishing everything that you set out to do, or it's taken too long to do X, Y, or Z. No, you're arriving at whatever you're doing in perfect time, Vicky. All right, let's get one more from this deck for Vicky, please, Spirit. And we have deep diving into a task with the number 10. So new beginning. As you lay down some of these old burdens, Vicky, you are diving deep into a new task. And this to me feels like something that you're very excited about, a very new beginning. And this is a mermaid here too. So even looking up mermaid symbolism could really benefit you. So we've got 2 bits of homework for you, Vicky. Look up 2929/1111 and also spiritual meaning or, spirit message of a mermaid and see what that means. There's a deeper message there for you. And we're on the deep diver card. So that's beautiful. I hope that resonated, Vicky. This to me just feels like an internal shift, internal transformation, but yet at the same time, there is some external energies brewing for your love life. Even if you don't meet this person or know this person right this moment, things are aligning so that in that future timeline, you will meet up with this person. And it's very interesting. I just brought this over before the live stream. This is my Judith, my little Judy. My husband actually bought a bunch of cheap tiles at Lowe's, I think for like 99 cents. And he has an X carve. So it engraved, like he spray painted, I think. Can't remember what he did. He put some sort of paint on the top, and then the X carve came in and engraved just a foam picture I took of my dog Judy, who passed away last November, which she passed away on November 21st. And that date might be something, because my attention was drawn up here. So that date might be something for you to write down or acknowledge Vicky, as maybe even all of you. Maybe I think that might be a message for everybody, but specifically too for Vicky, if she chooses to mark that date just to see if anything happens. It's a good energy, not anything crazy. Yeah. It's my Judith. I miss her so much. She's just the most amazing soul pet in the whole world. And in her honor, I've actually been watching Takis Shelter. It's spelled Takis like the chip snack thing, like the Cheetos, like the Takis. Takis. Well, I gotta type in the chat box to get it. Takis Shelter. And once I get things up and running and more operational on Harmony Portal Tarot, I want to start donating at least $100 a month to Taki's Shelter. They're based, Taki's, is based in Greece, Crete specifically. And he's got a YouTube channel where he documents all these dogs coming into his shelter, dogs being adopted, but tends to be a lot more coming in than are going out. And I think my dream one day would be to be able to go visit over there. I've been watching that channel I've been subscribed for over 3 years, I think, but I wouldn't watch every video. But it's just recently probably in the last year, that recently, so pretty much around the time Judy passed away, right before, I just started watching like every upload. And he can sometimes upload 3 or 4 videos a day. Then he might go a day without uploading, and then the next day there's 2 videos, and the next day there's 3 videos. And, you just get to see like all the ins and outs of what it is to run a shelter. And I think at current, he's got like 450 plus shelter dogs. And it's him and his daughter are like the main runners, operators of it. And then they've got a bunch of volunteers that'll come in from all over the world. People will like plan their vacation to go to Greece and like volunteer there for a week. I think that's so beautiful. But I think at the very least I could contribute money to help pay for food and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that would be something I've been thinking about it for a while, but I want to make sure I got all my ducks in a row before I can do that. But yeah, I don't know why I thought to talk about that, but there you go. Information. Okay, so next on our list, last but never least, we've got Florence B. And she did 2 one-card reads, or 2 questions basically. So I'm gonna go over where I took the screenshot of the top of the chat where she left her questions. Okay, where is it? I could have sworn I took a screenshot. Oh no. Oh good, I can scroll up. We did not lose it. Whew. For a second there, I'm like, oh no. My phone has like no space, so I took a screenshot but apparently didn't save it. So Florence wants to know, timestamp. First for Florence, let's timestamp. Where did I put my pen? There it is. Okay, so for first question, 3806. 3806. For the first question, Florence wants to know, do you see me living in Germany in my future? Any update regarding my living situation would be great. Currently living by myself in Berlin, owning an apartment. Okay. So, Spirit, please tune into the most likely scenario for Florence living in Germany in the future. Likely scenario coming into Florence's energy. Oh, wow. Here's the thing: have what you want. If you want to remain in Germany, then you will be able to remain in Germany. But if there's somewhere else on your heart, there might even be another country, another city, that comes out of left field, complete surprise. Maybe there's a job offer, or you just really feel drawn or pulled, and then you start kind of searching out job offers or places to live in this new place. Basically what this is saying is you're the one in charge of this. Most likely scenario is you choosing what's best for you. There might be a place that's really inspiring you in a very artistic way. This person here is painting. So I don't know if it's a place known for its art, or it just inspires you, or the architecture really feels good to you. There's something about a new place, quite possibly coming on your radar, whether that is in Berlin or another country or another city. It's gonna just come right. But let's see if they can give us a clearer answer, yes or no, quite possibly, please, Spirit. If Florence will still be living in Germany in the future. Nine of Wands. So, it's very interesting. I think you're going to pivot. I feel you pivoting to something different. Oh no, it says my connection is unstable. Can you guys hear me, see me, all of that? Hope I'm not cutting out. Anyway, let me know if you can see me and hear me without any interruption, because it said I was unstable and I don't want to be doing her reading and then, unstable. Hopefully she gets her reading. Yeah, so you might be surprised that it might just be harder to live in Germany than somewhere else. I don't know if you're native to Germany or if it's like a passport visa thing. I'm not sure how all of that works. I don't travel too much out of the country. Haven't been out of the country since like 1998 probably. So, and that was just to Canada, just one little pop right over the border. So I don't get out much, but there might be somewhere that's really calling to your heart to go another direction. But if Germany and specifically Berlin is where your heart is, then I would say absolutely stay there. Give it take it the distance and stay there. So really, ultimately, you're going to have to be the one to answer this question. I'm sorry. I know you wanted a reading to maybe even get clarity on this. You're maybe confused or unsure which direction to go, quite possibly. But time will tell. I just heard time will tell. So let's just see if I get one quick clarifier. I need help for Florence in determining if Berlin's or Germany specifically is in her future. We have relax, delight, and powdered gold sunshine. So if Berlin has a too busy, stressed out kind of feeling to you, then I would say you're moving or quite possibly looking somewhere that's more relaxing to you, that the energy is more go with the flow, life kind of slows down a bit, maybe moving into the countryside. If that speaks to you. But if you're like, ew, I don't want anything to do with that, then let's get some different advice. Forgiveness. A crushed flower still gives off a sweet scent. So specifically with this combination of the Nine of Wands, which is kind of like trying something over and over until you perfect it, get it right. And this is right before the really heavy burden of the Ten of Wands. So there might be some healing that is actually specifically happening because you're in Berlin. And I don't know a lot of the history of that city and what happened even before our like recorded history, but I'm feeling like some dark energy, not with you, but like the city and maybe even the part of the city that you're in. Maybe something happened either that is documented in history, Florence, I'm not sure, or maybe it's not. And maybe you pick up on this darker energy. It's got a sad energy to it, and it's might even stress you out. Like you're feeling fine, and then all of a sudden you're just kind of huffy, in a hurry, just kind of, why can't things go my way? I just stubbed my toe. Oh, now I slammed my purse in the car door. Like what next? Like it can go from like bad to worse. Like the energy of maybe the place that you're living currently isn't for your highest good, but yet at the same time, you being there is actually healing the property. But there is this sense of forgiveness, maybe even tied to past life. Maybe there was something with a past life that you had in this area that you're healing now, or you're coming full circle to close that cycle out. So yeah, but I do see in your maybe more distant future, you are moving to something better. But if you're wanting to move out of Germany or even Berlin specifically sooner, then you, like I said, Florence, you're the one in charge of what you do, where you go from here. So if there's anything you want to take from this reading, it is that you have sovereignty and the power of decision and choice to make the best choice for yourself that feels the most authentic and, creative and like a new beginning to you, whatever that looks like. I have. So anyone wanting to get a guaranteed read tonight can always donate before we're done with Florence's question. And my nose is itching again. Sorry. Ugh. I don't know what it is today. Even when I was with Michelle De Leon with our mentor session today, my nose itched as well. Like, what the heck? I didn't remember it itching at all. Just out and about living my life today. But second I sit down to like communicate, my nose is itching. Okay, so Florence's question number 2, we're going to timestamp that one at 44 and 50 seconds, somewhere in there. Okay, 44:50. Okay. Do we see Florence being in a long-term relationship / getting married in the future? Is there a specific person? Okay, so let's ask that first part of the question. Okay. Yes, there is a divine masculine energy in your future, but it will come after a heartbreak. Either this person had someone that they lost, either through death or a really nasty breakup. Sometimes those energies feel very similar to me. And in this case, it's very hard to determine if it's one versus the other. So this person may be a widower or divorced after a nasty breakup kind of thing, or maybe they never got married but had a lot of bad luck in love, like really bad luck, like someone cheating or, doing all sorts of things that just aren't in this person's best interest. But yes, I do see you having a soulmate / getting married, having a partnership. And maybe that is the surprise or the really inspiring and creative thing that pulls you out of Berlin eventually is this new partner. But let's just see if there is a specific person we've already picked up, but let's see if there's any soul contract. Well, again, Florence, you're in control of your own whatever you decide. You have the 6 of Pentacles in decision for that last thing, balance of it. And then you have the 6 of Wands, which is victory. So absolutely, you do have somebody. Good luck, good past life karma. And this person, you guys really do feel like a great match. Not to say any relationship is perfect, but you guys are like perfect for each other, if that makes sense. And this is like after a hard battle, after the 5 of Wands, the big battle of the 5 of Wands comes the victory. So maybe you yourself have had some things going on in your love life in the past that have felt very brutal, or, oh man, I just doubt there's anyone for me because this has just been rough. And very similar energy with this person you will meet. It's like you have a common ground of love maybe not working out before, but it's like that heartbreak is what brings you together so that you can help heal each other. But you're doing a lot of and have done a lot of healing, and so is this person. Like in the meantime, it's not like you're waiting on each other to then start the healing process. No, but you're collaborating on the back of the deck here. You're collaborating, meaning, combining forces to be able to help each other grow and learn and evolve and love. Absolutely. But let's just see anything about any soul contracts and specifically karmic contracts with this person you will be with. Overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. No. And again, going to the victory, this is by choice. This is not by obligation that you have to karmically come back into contract with someone. This is through your own heart and because of love. And there will be a major abundance. This person is someone who's very analytical, very like they're a mastermind in business of some sort. They could own their own business, or at the very least, they are someone who is like high up in whatever business or work that they do. They're very high up and they make a lot of money. They can provide more than enough for you and themselves, and they are also really in tune with their spiritual side, or they at very least have this spiritual foundation of knowing that there's more to life than just this 3D realm. This person is, in tune with that. All right, we'll get one more. Anything else Florence needs to know about this future partner? Long-term relationship, wedding, marriage, whatever. So we have rest and serenity. So this might come after a time of, because what comes after the 3 of Swords is the 4 of Swords. So there might be a bit of a time that goes by before you meet this person and then eventually, move in and get married and all, the chain of events, right? So there might be a bit of time that goes by between now and then, but just don't lose faith or hope that there is someone there out there for you, because there is. And we have serenity here. Value quiet days with only the rustling leaves and leaves breaking the silence, and then rest. Slow down. You don't have to do to solve everything today. And this kind of goes back to your other reading about Berlin and maybe feeling stressed out in the energy of where you're at. If it's not the city specifically, maybe it's the apartment that you're living in that just feels not like a perfect match for you. But you finding more serenity and more rest, more relaxation was the other card that came out for you. So three words about basically just bringing the energy more feminine, not so masculine, go, 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 do, 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 grind, grind, grind. This is more being receptive, very tranquil, pouring some tea and enjoying it in nature, just very subdued and pulling back your energy. Doesn't mean you can't ever get out there and do things again, but I think it's going to come after a time of you really taking care of yourself, resting, relaxing, rejuvenating your energy. That's when you're going to be in alignment to meet this person, and then you're going to have all sorts of excitement. But overwhelm in this regard to me feels very exciting. It's an exciting kind of overwhelm, not a stressful kind of overwhelm, because overwhelm and plenty, it's like there's more than enough to go around in such a good way. So yeah, there's someone out there for you, and there's some rest and recuperation and some healing. And if you missed the collective reading I did at the beginning, Florence, check it out, because we were talking about upgrades to our systems and our DNA. And when that computer is upgrading, sometimes it needs a bit of a rest or a relaxation. It can't be operating at full force. So I think you could really benefit also from the collective reading we did. Really, it just feels like an extension of what we were talking about with your reading here, but also including some of the world collective, what's happening here, like in the next month or so. All right, so let me just double check that we don't have any other donations coming through today. And those of you who joined us a little later in the stream, I have a new tarot channel. The Done Creative is no longer a pick a card channel, and it may be no longer like indefinitely, or quite possibly I might utilize it for something else. But like I explained at the beginning, it's shadow banned, so I don't know. Not many people are getting too much benefit from that channel at all. And the funny thing is, my now brand new Harmony Portal Tarot channel, it's linked in the description if you do want to check it out and subscribe over there. That's where you will find all of my future pick a cards from now on. But the funny thing I was saying earlier is that, let me scroll down to the more current. Oh, Jimmy's here. Hi. I'm like way up at the beginning of chat to read Florence's questions. But anyway, with 187 subscribers on my new channel compared to 22,500 on my big channel, I actually have about as many views on the new channel as I was getting consistently in the last, 6 months or so on my other channel. So how? That's just not possible if there's not some suppression going on that big channel. I'm just saying. So yeah, join us over there. It's a fun time. Oh, yay. Oh, you subscribed to the new channel and you're really enjoying the shorts. Yes, that's something that I brought in new. And it was funny because I sat down actually to kind of get the table prepped for my November readings. And I went out and I collected a bunch of stuff in my yard, some foliage and, leaves and some berries from my mountain ash tree and stuff. And I just set them down on the table and kind of started arranging them. And then I was like, I'm not going to do the November reading today. I'm just going to sit down and do like a quick reading. And I just pushed record and filmed it. And then instead of pushing stop, I just filmed another reading and then another reading and then another reading. And then I finally felt the need to stop after 6 readings. I filmed 6 short readings like that. And then after I was done and I exported them over to this computer or imported them, I'm like, I could do this. I could just do a short video every day as just a little, I call it the daily dose, little daily dose of guidance, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Guidance, clarity, a message from spirit. And, you don't have to watch them every day, but when you do stumble across them, then that message is true. So yeah, I'll just offer it. And if you feel the need to watch it, great. If not, great. It's there. It's there. That's the thing. Yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yay. I'm glad. Yeah, every day at 8 a.m. Mountain Time. That's when they're going to upload. and I have them already uploaded through Sunday. And then my plan is tomorrow, actually, after I film the November reading, to then film the next week. So I'm going to be hopefully a week, maybe even 2 weeks ahead of the schedule. And here's the crazy thing, it took me 12 minutes to film 6 videos. Almost a full week's worth of quick little videos took me about 12 minutes. Um, I can see, like, well, the reading that'll actually go up on Sunday, I think it was closer to 4 minutes, but the other ones have been like 1 to 2 minutes, real short and sweet. But some of them might be upwards of 5 minutes, some of them might be 1 minute, somewhere in the middle. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So if you're here for it, great. If not, great. We'll do it anyway. And then, of course, I have some other fun things planned for that channel that I'll kind of roll out slowly. I'm not just going to bombard everyone with like all this new stuff and, oh my gosh, what direction is she going over here? Oh, I'm glad that resonated for you, Banana Anna. Yay. Yeah, the one tomorrow coming out, it blew my mind when it came out. I was just like, whoa, okay, I'm here for it. And specifically with what I have planned tomorrow, it just lined up that, wow, I'm so excited. So yeah, check it out if you feel free or feel inclined. And I'm gonna let you guys enjoy your evening. I'm gonna go calm my dog down. I hear my kids are home, so they actually have tomorrow and Friday off of school. So we're gonna be a full house just hanging out. I'm gonna try to work around the kids home tomorrow as much as I can, film the couple readings I have, and yeah, getting lots of content over on that other channel for you guys. And Patreon, we got lots going on over there. So I feel like things are picking up again in such a good way. So, oh, no mosh pit. Thank you for reminding me. Oh my gosh, I'm just like, yeah, I already announced it, and then I'm totally like, okay, I'm glad that you said something because I'd have just went on my merry way and completely forgot. Okay, free question mosh pit. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys about 20 seconds to write your question in the chat over here. Just write it one time. One time is all that Spirit needs, because I literally will just zoom right in on someone's question, and then that's the one we're answering. So I let Spirit decide. I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds to go ahead and get your questions in, and then I will look at the chat, and Spirit will direct me where I need to be. And big thank you to Amber for reminding me, because I was just in la-di-da land. Yeah, I was like, wow, this just feels too short. I'm missing something, but then didn't put it together. Okay, about 10 more seconds, guys. 10 more seconds. And I'm already tuning into this person's energy. I don't know who it is. The Spirit does. Ooh, I like it. Okay, we ready? It's Jimmy. It's Jimmy. So we have your openness. So you're opening, like opening up to something new. So let's just see. Let's get a quick little spread of cards here. Whoa, a lot. So a lot of cards just fell to the floor. So I'm going to pick all of them up. So you might even feel scattered a little bit, Jimmy. Like the energy's scattered, or you're not quite sure where you want to direct your energy. But you're feeling very open to trying something new, or I even just got like a tickle on the back of my head. So really, I'm feeling a lot of upgrades. You're getting a lot of upgrades coming in right now with like specifically that mouth of God or zeal chakra right back here, higher heart. Lots of upgrades. If you missed the collective, we were talking all about these DNA upgrades and ascension symptoms and stuff. But this kind of scattered energy you might be feeling is to help you regroup so that you can feel open in the direction that you're going to get clarity. I feel that clarity already coming in, but there's things you're closing out first. But I'm loving that I actually selected this deck, this specific deck, because the Tower card in this is a Snated Tower. This is exactly like what I just did to my channel. Completely leaving one big channel that has no engagement to go to something completely new that actually has some life force to it. You know, so maybe you're detonating your own tower in some way. You're leaving something behind that once really felt great to you, but now It's just like, I don't even know. I don't even know. But this is you trusting your own inner guidance, divine timing, that things are lining up for you to build something new in the place of what you're taking out and crumbling. Being open to releasing something that is not serving you anymore. Oh, you're leaving you now. I haven't thought about that platform in so long. How was stuff going on? Like, how was it? I just got such, I mean, not to say these people are low vibe or anything, but like, I don't know, it just wasn't my jam, I guess. People listening to me, I mean, I like listening to music, but I would prefer just to do that on my own. I don't need to like chat with people while I listen to music. And people smoking and drinking and I don't know, it's just not my vibe, like, in like real life, so I don't know. I just yeah. But look, you're gonna find a tribe or a team or a group, a community that's gonna replace you now that feels way more fulfilling to you. Look at this. Good for a moment, but it's time to move on to something else. Yeah. Yeah. So whether this is YouTube or TikTok or something that hasn't even been created yet, I don't know. But you're gonna find a community that is welcoming you with open arms, and you feel included. They feel included, and there's you maybe and two other people, or you going in with two other people, or maybe even two other creators from you now. You're all kind of looking for something else. Maybe you and a group. Again, I haven't even logged on to you now since sometime in early 2021, if I'm trying to remember correctly. Man, it's been a long time. Oh, well, if you're coming back to YouTube, let us know. Yeah, yes, collaboration. 2 3s. And I already felt you and two other creators doing something. So I don't know if you have other you now friends or folk over there that are thinking of, and it doesn't mean you guys have to start a channel or a group together, but maybe you're each starting your own thing and kind of hyping each other up, or, kind of shouting each other out or collaborating to get the word out about each other, or something like this. Let's get one more. Jimmy, anything else he needs to know? All right. We have me talks, repairing the body, mind, and spirit. So there is this bit of time out that you're doing with this detonation of the tower. So this has to do not just with like, what you're doing online or for work. This is also just with your physical vessel, your body, your energy, just detoxing, maybe even literally taking a salt bath to just release energies, toxins, whatever. But this is you helping repair your mind, body, and spirit. We also have the number 39 here, which that adds up to 12, which adds up to 3. So this is about finding that creative spark once again. And again, it's like you and then two other people, 3, yet another 3. So you got 333, openness, and the tower. So yeah, but the tower, this is a good tower. This is a self-detonating tower. This is you deciding to make this leap or take this choice. Even if you're kind of feeling like you're leaping into the abyss or the great expanse, you're finding your way as you go. So that's, I think, where Spirit wants to leave it, because they don't want to spoil any surprises, I think. Yeah, something very creative and, working with your hands, which, you can shuffle and deal cards with your hands. You can draw, you can paint, you can design things, you can cook. I mean, very creative things you can do. And, having a channel where you can express yourself creatively might also, that maybe even has nothing to do with tarot, might be a fun outlet or a fun avenue for you as well. And look what came out again. And look what's on the back. This was in our collective message at the beginning when I was talking about those DNA upgrades. So look at that. Yeah. Oh, you were helping a vet and she left me in Ohio with nothing more than my phone. Oh my gosh. Wow, that is just rude. Yeah. So maybe that is that detonating the tower, just feeling, taken advantage of as well. But you're finding a new way to, look, fool's embrace, transmuting pain. So whatever you went through, and again, another master number, you had all those 3s, now you got 22. And we are in the year 22, right? 2022. So I think the rest of this year, you're really, embracing that great wide open with the full energy, taking a leap of faith into something, even though you're not quite sure where you're going yet. But this is helping you transmute the pain and the trauma and just what you've been through to be able to find, get and build that solid new foundation for yourself. All right, Jimmy, big hugs. You got this. You're going be all right. I can feel it. I can feel it. Yeah, instead of you getting mad, I said, "Thank you, universe. You know what's best for me." Right, right. Oh, you have 3 months left in this year 22. That's right. So I feel like you're making the best of these 3 months. Even if you feel like you're not really accomplishing much on the external, it's like you're doing a lot of internal shifting, working, detoxing, right? To start that nice solid foundation for 2023 to be a much more supportive year for your creative expression, for money making endeavors, things like this. Yeah, aw, big hugs. I'm glad I could help. That's what I'm here for. And thanks to Amber for reminding me that hey, free question mosh pit. And that being said, let's do one more. Let's do one more free question mosh pit. You get a reading. You get a reading. You get a reading. I feel like Oprah up in here. So yes, I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds to post your questions. By a few seconds, I mean like 20 seconds, not like 2. And this will be our last reading unless we do get another donation, which I don't see anything coming through right now, but you never know. You never know. Just clear some of these Instagram messages I got or notifications I got from earlier. All right, let's tune in. I'm not reading anything over there. I'm tuning into the energy. This is going to be the card to start the next reading. And who is it, Spirit? Who's got their question out? It's Tiffany Ruth. What can I do to get out of my rut to stop feeling stuck? Okay, wow. Well, we have Dream here. So one of the best things before we get into the card, one of the best things that I'm always talking about for any rut energy in my pick a cards over on my now defunct The Done Creative channel, what I used to talk about a lot on those. But yeah, fun fact, have a new channel, Harmony Portal Tarot, linked in the description below for all my future pick a cards. So I'm still doing pick a cards, just in a different location, which you may or may not already know. I don't know. But yes, what I talk about a lot on that channel about getting out of ruts is just going and doing something different, going to a new place, trying a new restaurant, wearing a color that you don't normally wear. Just do little things like that, and even maybe big things like going on a vacation or a trip to somewhere you haven't been ever before. Because think of it this way. When you are living in the same 4 walls, your bedroom or your living room or whatever it is, it's like everything just kind of blends in the background because you're so used to seeing it. You don't even really notice it anymore. And you just feel like same old, it's a rut. But the second someone, say in your living room, someone moved a chair from right here to right here, you walk in the room, what is the first thing you notice? That chair that was moved. So sometimes you have to move your own chair, so to speak, and just shake things up and create this flow of energy when we're feeling stuck or like we're in a rut or we're stagnant in some way. We've got to be the ones a lot of times to dig ourselves out of this rut or to, put some gravel under that tire to get us out of that mud. So the first card coming out is Dream. So have a cup of tea in the garden and find yourself in a good book. So the first thing I thought with Dream was maybe create a vision board or just think of your wildest dreams and write them out as if that was your reality. But reading the actual depiction or description here, I got another idea. So I just grabbed a random book off my shelf. Okay, so we got here Soul Medicine, Awakening Your Inner Blueprint for Abundant Health and Energy. This is by Norman Shealy, MD, PhD, and Dawson Church. Okay, so there's the book if anyone's interested. I've never read this book. It's a newer book to me. There's my itchy nose again. So good luck coming in, good past karma coming in. But I'm just gonna go to a random page and just read a little snippet. Okay, so at an individual level, evidence of the adverse effects of negative thinking and feeling are convincing to anyone willing to examine the facts. Fear, anxiety, guilt, anger, and depression are all major negative emotions. Each of them evokes a stress reaction, more difficult to evaluate than the effects of nicotine, caffeine, or alcohol, yet ultimately more insidiously pervasive. These gross emotional reactions are easier to study than the effects of prejudices such as racial or gender discrimination. What are the individual and collective effects of bigotry? What are the physiological effects in a person who is subjected to bigotry? When people such as Mahatma Gandhi or Martin Luther King are struggling for improvement of human behavior, for righting wrongs, is their physiology compensated positively? Gosh, I'm sorry, I can't read today. What are the effects of constant exposure to the suffering of others? Is there a negative drain from being exposed to the anger or depression of others? Did a saint such as Mother Teresa receive physiological benefits as well as spiritual ones from her work with suffering? So this really is talking about those negative, you know, thoughts and emotions and feelings and how they can really affect us, and then going even further into bigotry and racial and gender discrimination and all of this. um that might just be its own message, but this is the thing I got was you could go to a library or go to your own bookshelf and just pull a book off the shelf and read a paragraph. You never know if it's going to pertain to your exact situation at hand or if it's just extra information. I mean, you just never know. But as far as getting out of a rut, trying something new, try try the book divination that we just did. Let's get a couple cards as well, because that's what we're here for. All right, what else do we need to know? She says, whoa. Well, we have here Knight of Cups. So this is doing something romantic. It doesn't have to be like, romantic partner or going on a date or anything like that. But this is doing something romantic for yourself. And by, dreaming something like even the depiction or the description on the card. Have a cup of tea in the garden and find yourself in a good book. That's such a romantic description of life. Finding a more romantic way of operating in life, doing things that feel very emotionally fulfilling to you. Picking up an old hobby can help get you out of a rut as well, even if like the thought of you doing it kind of brings up anxiety, like what if I don't do it well, like painting for example. I don't paint a lot, but I love painting. And when I do sit down to paint, there's always this like initial like resistance to me just getting the paints out, setting it up, and just allowing that creativity to flow, because I already have this thing like, what if it sucks? What if no one likes it? What if it's ugly? What if I ruin that canvas? And then it's like I already have like what ifs and my guard up, and it's about breaking through that resistance to just allow yourself to play and have fun. And then the Empress falls right into my lap. So you are like ripe, pregnant with all these beautiful ideas, romantic ideas, creative ideas that are just waiting to come out. Maybe even quite possibly a book that you could write, or even journaling if you're not wanting to become an author of any kind, or a blogger of any kind or anything like that. Maybe this is you journaling out, what are your visions for your future? What would your ultimate look like? And being able to then, because a lot of times we don't know what direction we're going if we don't know what direction we're going, right? But if we, make a vision board, or we at least have a goal that we're kind of working toward, even if we don't know every step of the way to get ourselves to that goal, just as setting that goal, setting our sights on something, we have now a navigation system pointed. Think when you're going on a trip, again, going back to the beginning of the reading, going to on a vacation or a trip to somewhere you've never been. Chances are, if you live in the 21st century, you're going to Google the location or GPS it on your phone and allow that to be kind of your guide to this new city or this new destination, rather than you have to, just wing it and just drive and hope that you get there. No, you're making a plan, like, okay, oh, well, it's this many miles, and maybe we're gonna have to stay overnight in a city about right here. Okay, maybe we're gonna eat dinner here or stop for lunch here. You're making plans, even if your plans kind of get detoured a little bit, or maybe as you're going to the restaurant you plan to eat dinner at, you see a better restaurant, or you think, oh, I'm not really that hungry, maybe we'll just grab something quick and then we'll go to a movie, or I don't know your life, I don't know your plans. But sometimes laying down a solid plan before you feel you need to jump in could be just what you need to do to then jump in, even if those plans change and shift completely. Maybe you're halfway to destination and you're deciding, no, I want to go over here. Great. You've started, you're doing something, and it's all about the journey anyway. And that's what it's about, is finding things that light you up and going in that direction and seeing where they lead. Oh no, my voice is breaking up for Amber. Oh no. Yeah, although the realistic dreams, oh, you're having bad dreams. Oh no. Yeah, she loves that. Oh my God, I do want to write a book. I have so many half-started stories. Yeah. You have so many stories, and romance specifically, or maybe about parent-child connection, or maybe there's a romantic element. Maybe I don't know, like Regency, like that era kind of came in. Like everything felt very quaint and romantic and proper. I don't know. If you're wanting to write horror, don't feel you have to write Regency just because I said that. But you're wanting to really tune into your romantic side of things. Even if you're not writing romance, it makes you feel like romantic about your life while you're writing whatever it is you want to write. So I would say get started. Just try it out. Even if you feel like it's not the best, that's what editing's for. That's what the second draft, the third draft, and where I'm at with my book, the fourth draft is all about, is just making it better and better every draft. And you don't have to know even where that story's going to end before you even write the book. Sometimes you can do what they call discovery writing and just start writing and see where it takes you. Maybe it takes you in a circle, or maybe it takes you way off here, so far from where you thought it would end that you're just like, yeah, I don't think so. And then you kind of scrap that and start over. Hey, it's all helping you get where you need to be ultimately. Yeah, romanticizing your life. Making yourself a really nice, I don't know, cup of tea before you sit down to journal or write, or, just making these little intentions that, you're doing something a little extra for you. Maybe you wear some fancy slippers while you write. I don't know what you do. Or you want to set the mood and, light a candle and have some really nice, music going, or a fire, in the fireplace. I don't know what's with all the candles and fires, but ambient, like ambiance and ambient sounds, and I don't know, just immersing yourself in something beautiful that you feel emotionally connected to. That's your message. Yeah, that'll help you get out of the rut, is just trying new things. And even if you don't hit your mark, at least you're going in a direction to where along the way you're going to find your direction. So, yeah, Tiffany, I hope that resonated for you. Yay. All right. Well, I hear my kids walking around, so I think I'm going to go get them to bed. Aw, you're so welcome. Absolutely. Get them to bed, and I will check you guys on Friday. I will be back here. My kids will be home on Friday all day, so it might be just a, I don't know, under 5 people kind of thing, so that I'm not like away from them too long. Not that they can't take care of themselves and hang out, but I don't want to leave them too long. I want to do some fun things with them since they're home. So all right, my heater kicked on down here. It is hot in here. My fan, I think I showed you guys the little chain for my fan that broke off. So I don't have a fan working in this room right now, and it gets real hot real fast. So I'm going to go. Love you guys. Thanks again so much for all those likes, comment, share, subscribes, and all the things. And don't forget to check out my new tarot channel, Harmony Portal Tarot, linked below. And that's where you're going to find all my pick of cards from now on. The Done Creative is still there, and I'm still kind of unsure what the amorphous blob of that channel is going to be, because like I've explained at least a couple times now, it's effectively squashed into a very tiny corner of YouTube that only certain people can find. And it's not getting any engagement. So we're starting over fresh over on Harmony Portal Tarot, linked in the description below. I've got 3 readings out over there. And the first full pick a card reading I have there is New Beginnings, but that was in collaboration with the Done Creative, which that video was what is ending in your life, Harmony Portal Tarot, what is the new beginning coming from those endings in your life? And then I have 2 daily messages and 1 more coming out tomorrow at 8 a.m. Mountain Time. So you can enjoy that with your morning coffee or tea or whatever. Romanticize your life. Yes. All right, you guys. Oh, you're so welcome. Oh, you got many compliments. I could feel you put a lot of your creative energy into it. And yes, I could only hear the compliments in that reading, that people were going to say, wow, you did such a great job. And you did. So big hugs, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. I will see you Friday, and we will pick up from there. So yes. All right, you guys. Bye. Have a good one.